Right, so I'm Montel from Triple M Enterprise and I'm here with Sonny Warren. Thank you for your time, sir. First of all, another amazing night at York Hall, right? I mean, talk to you about it.
Listen, there was great fights, there was knockdowns, there was knockouts, there was upsets, but what a night. You cannot say the fans didn't enjoy that.
Honestly, and I think we've had so many surprises where like the journeyman came in to do a job. I think this has happened twice now since I've been here. I mean, what would you say about that?
I don't know, mate. It's been unlucky for WBM light heavyweights, but listen, it's a lot of learning curves, and to be honest, you're going with a journeyman like that and you're not up to scratch with it. I've always said it, they will take advantage. Instead of these journeymen are there for teaching and all that, but they're also there, if they can see a win, they're going to snatch it up. It's a different game.
No, of course, and they're locked in and they're focused. And I think also, like, you've had so many different shows over the time. Like, what has it been like starting Warren Boxing Management, obviously with the family, and trying to really make it into its own unique product?
Long. No, listen, it's been exciting. We've had ups and downs this year, but it's a journey. It's going to keep on going. I mean, my father and my brother started the company. They started Warren Boxing Management. Me and my brothers come in, helped out, scouting, champion scouting, everything, and it's been a learning curve, but that's what it is for boxing. It's not just the fighters, it's us as well. But we know we want to take fighters, we know we want to put fighters who we want to put fighters with, and from that it's all about learning and it's going on the journey with the fighters and obviously developing them in the right way, and then hopefully get the results.
No, of course. And one thing I want to definitely touch on is what made you actually think, you know what, this is exactly what I want to get into. Obviously the family name's legacy and it's the pioneers of boxing and especially promotion. What made you think, you know what, this is what I want to do as well?
It wasn't what I wanted to do.
Oh wow.
Not when I was younger, not when I wanted to do, but I like boxing. I've always loved watching boxing. Always liked, as I grew up with boxing, people like Nazim, Kawasaki, Ricky Hatton, even the likes of other fighters. I've seen some excellent fights in the UK. BJ Saunders, Andy Lee, brilliant fight. One of the best fights I've watched. Kawasaki Keza, one of the best fights I've watched. But I think getting into the industry is a bit different from sitting there watching it. But we've made a lot of contacts, a lot of friends, everything else, and I sort of learnt our game as we got into it. I've sort of known the industry, getting into it, plus sort of watching fighters. I think that was the best thing for me, was watching fighters, seeing how they was. I knew he was going to be a world champion watching them the first couple of fights, and doing that, sort of bringing them through the amateurs now. But the game, for me, the game's changed now. You're getting brought on a lot quicker than you was in there. I think COVID kind of spoiled that, because you're sort of getting like 15 fights a show, and when COVID hit, obviously the balls changed a lot of things, and sort of now it's capped at 12 fights in different venues. You're up to 10 or whatever. But the way I see it is, you've got to change with the times, and the times are changed, and now you're developing sort of a lot quicker than you would back then. But I think it's a good thing. And like one of our fighters, Newman, who won the Southern Area 2 weeks ago, he said, look, I'm not here to hang about. He said, I want 3-4 learning fights, and I want to get in there with people. He said, I come from the amateurs where you are fighting 50-50 fights. You don't get to pick and choose who you fight in the amateurs. You win, you lose, you move on, you develop. And I love his mentality, and I think a lot of fighters got to have this mentality to go forward.
No, of course. So if, for example, someone was looking to get into the industry, like you said, on the promotional side, what advice and tips do you think you've got for them to actually make it successful and to actually just have a good start into it?
Be very patient. Don't expect to come in here and think that you're going to blow everyone out of the water, because it don't happen. And have a lot of contacts, and I would sort of think my main thing is to be straight with people in the industry. Straight with people in the industry, it's the best you're going to be. If they're not with you, then you know, for future references. And that's one advice I'd say. Be straight, be yourself, but be very patient.
No, that's important. Let's talk forward planning now. So obviously this one's been done. You've had one 2 weeks ago. What is the plan for Warren Boxing Management? What's next?
I think we're looking at another show in July. Not ain't really capped that one off yet, but we're looking at one. Then we've got a big card in September, but we're talking about developing in different ways, so not just the management side of things, but also the promotional side of things. And we're in contact with a load of people, can't disclose everything. I've been working on this for quite about 5 months at the moment, so hopefully if it pans out, there's going to be a very big announcement and it'll be a bright future.
Wow, that sounds like something very exciting to look forward to. And what is it like, obviously, some of the challenges that you face within the industry that you've noticed?
It's everything. Like everything that you could think of. Look, all the glitz and glamour behind, all the glitz and glamour in the cameras and everything else and everything that you see, right? It's a lot of hard work to get there. But there's nights that I've enjoyed so much. I've enjoyed Masood picking up the Commonwealth Championship. See that, guys. I've enjoyed signing Echo Esserman. And sorry, mate.
Thanks for the opportunity there.
No problem. Enjoyed watching Echo Esserman beat Josh Taylor. Been the underdog going to that fight, working with him. There's been a lot of proud moments in the industry, and I think they're the ones that you've got to sort of sit down and relish, but they come very quick and fast before you get swept up back into the other stuff. So one thing I would say as well in the industry, enjoy the moments that get you there. Enjoy the proudest things. That's what gets you there. They're the moments you need to relish, because it's extremely hard work to get to them moments, and when you get there, just enjoy it. Even if it's for 5 minutes, just sit there and enjoy it for 5 minutes.
No, of course. And you touched on something I actually wanted to get onto as well, was the key achievements. You've mentioned a couple, but what are the ones that stand out really for you that you can say, these are my key achievements and I've been really happy about this?
I think Masood winning the Commonwealth was up there, and to be honest, I've always said Masood could be a world champion, and I do think he can. I think there's things he's got to have a look at, things he's got to sort of be aware of, and hopefully look at the drawing board and see where he goes from there. But I think he can. I think he's got the mindset and everything else that he can be a world champion. Echo Esserman, beating Josh Taylor, big highlight for me. I was a huge friend of Jimmy Gills, his ex-manager, before he died, and a friend with the teams and everything like that, big friend of Echo. And for them, helping them out and being on the journey with them, and him coming out with that result and the next step of the journey, it's a big achievement. Tonight, the main event,
That's amazing.
was actually brought together by me having a conversation with Adam Heppel's manager, Jack Gladman. Said, look, do you want to do this? Is this a step you want to do? And he said, yeah, but the thing has got Bad Ray that's sort of mandatory for it. All of a sudden, Bad Ray stepped out, and the fight got made in 2 minutes. You've never seen it so quickly, and a big shout out to Adam Heppel and his team and Jack Gladman. I love working with him. He's the same as me, straight down the middle. Let's go and do what we can do. And to be honest, they're the relationships that really get you on in the industry, and that makes you want to do more.
No, of course, and I think, look, I'll just literally last question. Like, have you got any final words at all for obviously a great night of boxing and what's to come in the future?
Well, I'm actually in a conversation with someone, a trainer, and hopefully if what we're looking at coming in the future might be a bit of a game changer. I've got other things on the thing in the paperwork that are looking like a game changer. There's loads of options out there. Whether they come off, but boxing's always going to be there. I think there are certain things in boxing that have got to change, and if when I have a conversation with a challenger, if that works out, then you might see a big shift and change in boxing. But other than that, I think it's, for me, boxing is, for a boxer, you need to live the life. You can't go out doing what other people do. Your focus should be in the gym, your focus should be this. They call it a lonely sport. It's not lonely because you're in the ring on your own, it's lonely because you're out of the ring on your own. You've got to make yourself literally solo from everyone else. No distractions outside, this, that and that. If you manage that and you can keep yourself in that mindset, you can become a great fighter. But as an industry, is it like other sports? No. But when you get nights like this, it's worth it.
No, of course. And look, you said everything I was going to say. So honestly, thank you for your time again,
problem.
Sonny. Really appreciate it.
Hope you
And-
have a good night. Hope you had a good night and a safe journey.
oh, thank you. Really appreciate it, man.
All right, but thanks for
Brilliant.
coming.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.